Hi, I'm an adult man in a Star Wars costume here to talk about toys. Does that bother or concern you? It should. But really, I am here to talk about toys.
What kind of toys you get over here? Alright.
Specifically, my toys, my favorite of all time. 2006 to 2009 Star Wars figures. What everyone calls the golden age of modern Star Wars collecting. The big threes, I like to call it. The Saga collection, the 30th anniversary, and the Legacy collection. When I first started out collecting Star Wars, I was probably 4. That's when my parents got me my very first Power of the Force 2 figures. And ever since then, I've just been hooked. I've tried to get a majority of almost every series that I could. I always opened my stuff and played with it, and then eventually displayed it when I got older. When I got to the Saga collection in 2006, that's kind of when I stopped opening stuff. I was getting older and I wasn't playing with toys anymore, so I just thought I'd keep stuff in box from here on out, and that's the way I started collecting at that point in time. So my dad was actually really into it too. He liked hunting for figures as well. So when he would get off work, he worked late, and when he would get off, he would go to like Walmart or Target and like talk to employees there, and they'd end up, like selling him a box before they should. Stuff like that. I always thought that was so cool back in the day. So he's pretty into it too, and he like kind of was like helping me attain everything at the time. And I really, really got into the 30th anniversary collection. I thought that was just my absolute favorite. I love the artwork on everything, and I loved all the characters they made during that series of figures. But I was kind of phasing out of collecting, like I said, and I was just getting older, and I wasn't really caring anymore. I was to the point in life when I was getting ready to go to college, and it was just kind of like on the back burner for me. It wasn't something I was super concerned with, but my dad kind of kept it going, and we ended up getting most of the 30th anniversary, a good chunk of the Legacy collection, and then some previous stuff from the Saga collection. So I had like these 3 waves. Well, really, it was probably like two waves and a third. I don't know. We'll get there. But so we've got all this stuff in box. I didn't really have anywhere to display it at the time. So it was just stacked up in the bedroom that I had at my dad's place, and the closet in there. So it was just like a bunch of Star Wars boxes just stacked on top of each other. So eventually in life, he gets remarried and moves. So we move all the stuff to the new place, and we stored it in a barn that had AC. You're probably asking, why would you do that? And to be honest, I couldn't tell you. I wasn't thinking at the time. It seemed like a temporary situation, and it was just going to be me placing my collection in there until I had a spot to put it. That was the plan in my head. But like, why in a barn? Well, we had to put it in there because we didn't have room in the house at the time. Wasn't a great idea, obviously. But so this video is going to be about me going through this collection again and unpacking everything, seeing what I have, what I don't have, and kind of its condition. The barn, as you can imagine, was not temperature control was not a thing. And apparently it got damp in there as well. So mildew problems. I don't know if you've ever seen what happens to figures that are, plastic figures in cardboard boxes in the heat, but you get plastic melt. Yeah, not good. Not an environment to store collectibles. And It was just, it's very strange because normally growing up, I took very good care of my stuff. If something ever broke, it was a big deal to me, and I was always really careful to keep my stuff in good condition. So the stuff that I had in box is strange. Just I don't know. It was just like just an oversight, and like I said, it was just something that I wasn't planning on for long term. And you just get busy with life, you know, things happen and you forget about stuff. And it just sat for years inside this barn. Eventually, I picked it up, discovered what had happened to it all, like looking at mildew, you know, giant spiders in the boxes, dust, heat. Yeah, so not fun. So I moved it all to this house, but I still didn't have room to bring it inside. And also, I wanted to clean it up. That was the plan. So I put it in the garage, and it stayed in the garage for another few years because once again, things in my life came up, just didn't have time to do it. I had nowhere to put it inside where it looked presentable. So it stayed in those same boxes that I pulled them out of from the barn in my garage here, just sitting. So the garage also not a great place to be storing little plastic collectibles in cardboard. So now this video is going to be about me unpacking all of this collection that I have and sorting through it, cataloging, figuring out what I need to get to complete it, figuring out if I need to replace certain items that are just too damaged, and just an overview of these series of Star Wars figures as a whole. This video is going to be focusing, just kind of going through it all, but eventually I would like to make certain videos, like specific videos about maybe individual waves within each series and just going into more detail. I think that would be fun. I think most people online can agree that this is probably the best few lines of Star Wars that they've ever made. It is for me. It was my favorite for sure. I've been using rebelscum.com for checklists and some help from the forums, just about questions I had for completing the series. I didn't have the idea to make this video until I had already started sorting through some of it. So this is going to be a bit of a time jump. I didn't start filming right at the beginning, so we'll go back and see. But I just wanted to kind of take everybody with me. I thought it'd be kind of a cool idea.
Very cool.
Just to see these old Star Wars stuff and just to kind of go through it together, because I still have questions about some of the people and variations of certain characters in the line, and I think it'd be fun to go through it together. And I'd also like to hear about other people's thoughts on the series, because like I said, it's one of my favorite, and I'd like to hear other cool stories about people who collected it. I thought my story was just kind of, I don't know, not like special, but it's odd because most people who collect lines, like seriously, especially like in-box figures, you know, you take pretty good care of your stuff, and it's normally, you know, stored pretty well, and you've, like, people have them up on walls for displayed and everything. And then the fact that mine got like neglected and then subsequently kind of damaged in the process is strange. And I don't hear about that happening too much, so I guess we can go through it together and see. I should be a little specific. This video isn't going to be about everything in those three series. It's going to be about me pulling out my collection and going through it, more of an inventory, and maybe some specific details about a few certain things, and we'll go into more detail later. The room I'm in now is currently my display room. There's not enough room in here to display all of the stuff that's going to be in box, so I'm still figuring out the placement for everything. I don't want to have my living room filled up with Star Wars toys, so we're going to be in the process of figuring that out. So let's go together, clean up this old stuff, dust it off, hopefully not get bitten by any giant spiders. Like I said, I've already gone through some boxes, and I've seen spiders about this big in the box, brown recluses, so very fun. Yeah, so not scary at all. But like I said, this is going to be, I think, a fun idea, and we'll get to go through it together. And yeah, let's go. You ready to go? Let's go, YouTube. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, YouTube. Yeah.
Hey, bring the toys out.
I originally started unpacking things outside. I didn't want to bring in dirt and bugs into my house, so this is a little after that. Like I said, I didn't think about filming until after I had already started the process. There was a giant spider in this box when I opened it last night, and I'm kind of terrified. It's not that one. That one's dead. I'm a little terrified, so I'm gonna go take this outside. All right, let's see. Wanted to show you what some of the bad damage looks like, what I'm talking about. Yeah, really bad on this one. Rough. That's tough. Luckily, it's an Anakin and Dirge, not like a Exar and Ulick pack. Yeah, if you don't know, some of the comic packs in the later stages of the collection were like eventually when the line was canceled, there weren't many made, so some of them are pretty expensive now, and the earlier ones like this one are much easier to find and not nearly as expensive. So replacing this one would be much easier than a later one. So yeah, I guess just like, I'm not really sure what the plan should be. If I should open this and try and clean it up the best I can, or what. But like, because I definitely think this one is going to need to be replaced. This is really bad. So I just wanted to show you. I think this is the most extensive damage, at least so far, that I've seen. This is the worst, as bad as it's going to get, as far as like wear to the figure itself that's still in the box, with the box itself being in pretty good shape. Yeah, as you can see, like there's, yeah, just not good.
The giant enemy spider.
You brought him here to kill me!
So I just opened up a Saga collection box. So switching over currently to do these. I should have done this better of just opening every single box and then organizing based on character order, like just putting them in order. That way every box would be, you know, sorted correctly. But I didn't, because I'm tired of dealing with spiders and crud from these boxes that have just been, you know, sitting in a barn for so long. So I'm just going through them as quick as I can outside, trying to just get through it. I'll sort them later. Just kind of putting them in collection order now. So hopping over to this side, these guys are cool. Got like this guy. This is I need to buy a different one for this guy and just open this one. This thing's smashed. I like this series a lot. This was, I mean, like I said, these 3 series have been my absolute favorite. They're the best. I mean, kind of undisputed best. I think everyone kind of agrees with that for modern Star Wars. I got really, really obsessed with all the Clone Trooper variants too when they started actually making them. Because back when like Episode 3 came out, I was just getting the, you know, the normal white figures and then just like custom painting them to like make these. And when they eventually, you know, started making them, I was pretty excited. Even though I already had them because I had made them all, but yeah. These guys was, man. This guy's going for a lot now, right? I'm not sure. I'll have to look at eBay prices. It's so dusty. But because I know all the Cantina guys were going up in value because of the HasLab. Everybody's trying to fill the scene out, but I was doing that years ago.
Great kid! Don't get cocky!
No, for real, I was always obsessed with the Cantina and Jabba's Palace, so I know most people were too, but I don't mind the Power of the Force one. I'm a Power of the Force apologist. I don't care what anyone says. I still love those figures. I mean, that's what I grew up with. Those were the first ones I ever had. I love the swole, big, bulky guys. I don't care. They look awesome. A lot of the aliens, though, I don't think are bad. I still like them, so. This one's good, though. This is a good figure. I know a lot of people are wanting a new vintage collection one, which That would be nice. I'm always for more background aliens being made, as many as we can get. But I would prefer ones that have never been made to be made, you know, but get classic figures like this, that's always good too. So the more I'm going through the 30th checklist, realizing there's a lot of just random missing guys. I'm like, they've got to be in a box somewhere that I haven't opened yet. I found a small box with a bunch of 30th figures in it. The only problem is almost the entire box is duplicates of ones I've already put up and accounted for. So, except for these two. But I keep going. Hopefully I can at least be pretty close to finishing it up. That's the thing, I really don't remember how close I got to finishing the series back in what year did this come? Is it 08, right? 08? Gotta look it up. 2007 or 2008, right? Yeah, 2007. So we'll figure it out, see how close I am, and what I need to find on eBay or the Rebel Scum forums, I guess. I'll hopefully at the end of the video I'll have a little list of what I'm looking for. Maybe somebody can hit me up with a deal. That'd be nice. Also, speaking of this guy, can someone tell me why his market price is not that high compared to the rest of the Cantina members? Because I know since the HasLab Cantina that a lot of the patrons went up in value. Most of the guys seem to be between, you know, like 65 to $100, depending on who it is. But this guy seemed like he was 20 to 30, sometimes high 30s. But what's the deal? Was he just like easy to find compared to the rest of them? Someone let me know in the comments, because I wasn't really sure about that. I was curious as to why he was kind of falling behind the market value of the rest of them. So just let me know. So this is some of the stuff that I have left that I have not gone through. Like I said, I started the video after I already sorted through a bunch of boxes. So yeah, this is kind of what's left. Not all of it is Star Wars. There's some like miscellaneous like Lego stuff. But yeah, there's a few over there too. But this is how it's just been for a while. It's just been sitting in this messy garage that I'm finally just now cleaning out. Getting everything packed into some sealed containers for now, after I've cleaned it up and marked it off some checklists. Yeah, just gonna keep working on it, finish it up. So I've got the 30th anniversary collection out, sorted, cleaned up some. I really love this packaging too. This is probably my favorite. It looks so cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Sitting together. So I am missing some, and I'm not sure if I still have an extra box somewhere that I just haven't uncovered, because some of the ones that I'm missing, I could have absolutely sworn that I had. So not sure if it's just lost currently and I haven't gotten it out, or if I really didn't have some of these figures. So might have to do some eBay hunting. We'll see. Like let's see, I know I'm missing the concept Stormtrooper. He's number 10 right here. I have that one loose though. Like some of the ones I'm missing, I know that I have loose, but they weren't part of the set that I was trying to keep in box. So these are just ones that I think I bought loose just for like display. Like one of the I know the Shadow Guard from the Force Unleashed I have loose, but I don't have in box. Yeah, but these guys are pretty cool. There's not too much damage on the 30th guys. Like, let's see. If you can see if I can get this to focus on Darth Vader. You can tell like his helmet has got some like dinginess on it. I'm not really sure if this is just like plastic. Yeah, let's see, that looks bad. You can tell this is one of the worst looking figures. Luckily this guy with the book is not too bad on eBay. Yeah, that doesn't look great. There's some yellowing on the cards on a few of them, not all of them. Like this guy's probably the worst. I don't know what it is with Darth Vader, but this card is just a lot more. You can see the difference between the two. Look, and this is like, this is when I was talking about mildew. This is, if you can see this. See this little spot here, like growing inside the package? That is kind of nasty, but that's inside too. That's not on the outside because I've wiped all of these down. But not too bad. There's just a few that have got some like package damage or stuff like that on it. It's not the majority, so that is good. This is by far my favorite packaging though. I really love the design that they did for the 30th anniversary with the character art and the coin, the logo at the top. So just really, really cool to me.
Very cool.
I also want to talk about some of the waves, how they were released, and the variants in some of the waves. For how the 30th worked, they had normal figures, right? Which, like this is number 1, the big Darth Vader with the coin book. And you could put all the coins that you get from the figures in the book and display them all. So this is figure number 2 in the series. And you get numbered figures all the way to, let's see, I don't know off the top of my head, so we'll just go look and see. I know it resets at a certain point, which I believe is one of these guys. Okay, you get to 60, which is the Rebel Trooper concept, which is pretty cool. Concept figures are awesome. That's one thing about this line that was probably the standout of this series, is the McQuarrie concept figures. A lot of people like those. It was really cool to get, you know, concept art made into an actual figure. But yeah, so this goes to 60, right? Through 1 to 60, and then it resets at the, like, Revenge of the Sith wave, which at that point they stopped putting the coins in the packaging. You can see, like, this one just comes with a stand now. This resets to 1, figure 1 here. And that carried on through, let's see, Force Unleashed, right? I think so, yeah. So the Force Unleashed video game, yeah, they made some characters from that, which is pretty cool. So speaking of no coin though, like through the last wave, or the last few waves in the series, they did that. There's a few repacks of figures. So like through the 1 through 60 guys, some of them got repacked without a coin. Let me see, I'll show you a variant here. There we go. So like you got the C-3PO and Salacious Crumb, right? And then, let's see, I'll show you this. See, this is the wave he was in, all the other figures that were in the wave. He's number 30, so you've got 27 through 37. So this guy, as you can see, same figure, right? But does not have the coin. He has the figure stand in there though, which I honestly didn't remember at all until I got these out again that there were variants. I had to check on Rebel Scum forums and see to remind me. But and see, you can tell this is a repack too because he doesn't show all the figures that were in this character's wave. So these are all the newer figures that they were coming out with, the Revenge of the Sith and the Force Unleashed guys. So this is when they stopped putting the coins in. So some of these guys from older waves got repacked. I'm not really sure why. I don't know how that works. It's like leftover stuff that they were trying to, you know, get out. I'll show you another figure too that I have with no coin. The Anakin from the Clone Wars. The best Clone Wars series. This is a pretty crazy photo art too, with the Photoshop of Anakin or Hayden Christensen shirtless. That's pretty wild. But yeah, that's another one that got repacked, no coin. It's kind of cool too. Hold on, you can see. I don't know if you can see this without the layer, but the stand. Yeah, see it says Star Wars Expanded Universe, Anakin Skywalker. It's kind of a cool stand. The EU logo on it. I'll show you more variants too. This one's kind of my favorite and something that I'm going to be currently looking for. And let me note this first though. So like I said, 1 through 60, then it resets to Revenge of the Sith. And it goes to, let's see, I've got it written down here from the checklist. Yeah, 15. Okay, so you get to 15, then it resets and you have these figures called the Ultimate Galactic Hunt, which are repacks of figures in the previous waves, but they came with a gold coin and a different label. Now, I could have absolutely sworn that I had that full set. I have not found it yet, so I don't know if the box is lost, I don't have it, or what. I have no idea. So, chalking up right now that I just don't have it. So, I guess these are going to be guys I'm going to have to be looking for. Okay, so then you have the Saga Legends, right? So, these are part of the 30th anniversary collection, but they're not numbered. They've got the different logo here. The packaging is a little bit more like orange brown than this, than the red. So you got different characters from all kinds of movies and games, like the Dark Trooper. You got him again. It's the same from the Power of the Force 2 EU. Yeah, these are not numbered either, so you can see normally they would have like a number here, right? These guys don't have any. This line also had like fans' choice, right? So you voted to who would be made as a figure. And these have a lot more variants for figures than the original wave, at least as far as I can remember. Like, let's see, I'll show you these. So you get these Pidroids here, right? So there's 3 different colors of Pidroids. Here, I guess I'll get those out and show you. So they made 3 different Pidroids. You get the like maroon, kind of brown color, the white and black, and then the orange colored guys. Right, so there's 3 different colors. Then there's also, this box is dented. This is one that's not in the best shape, but you can see different accessory on this one though, right? It's got like a brown like crate with these guys. So you can get the exact same one too, all the same color patterns with the different accessories. So there's technically 6 pick droids made for the Fans Choice series. And like this one also doesn't have the sticker. That's another thing that, like, I think early release figures didn't have the sticker for some reason. Like the first few that get like pumped out, I've noticed that on a few different ones. And reading on the Rebel Scum site, it seems to note that some of them, like early, didn't have the Fans Choice sticker. There's also a misprint on how they spelled Fan's Choice on the Sand Troopers, I believe. So there's like two different variations of it, where it's the apostrophe on the S is in between the N and the S, and then I think they later corrected it. So get the Sand Troopers on, show you. Yeah, see, here we go. See, it says Fan's Choice. That one does too. See here, they corrected it here later. This is a double. Oh, yep. Forgot about that. Forgot I had two of them. So this is another variation too, and this is honestly the most interesting one to me. There's differences. There's actually 5. So you can see they come in different variations of how dirty they are, how much sand is on them, and then the color of their shoulder pad. So you got the orange one. I think this one is noted as the squad leader. And then this one's clean with the white shoulder. And then this one is less dirty, comes with a rifle instead of the staff. It's also a different body, a different sculpt too. I don't know if you can see the helmet is it's a different version. There's, like I said, there's actually a 5th version that I don't have. And from me recently looking on Rebel Scum forums, I found out that it seems to be extremely rare, because I was looking for it on eBay, trying to see if I could grab one to, complete it. And I couldn't find it at all. Just didn't exist. I'll throw a picture up so you can see it. Apparently, through reading through the forum, barely anyone has it, so I have no idea how many were actually made. It's a figure that looks like this. He's all white, but then his shoulder pad is fully black, which is referred as the corporal. So the clean corporal version apparently is super rare, and probably the holy grail of rarity that came out during the series. As far as I can tell, it seems to be the hardest figure to find. So that's one variant that I'm going to be hunting for. I don't know if it's even possible to get, but apparently it's out there, because there is a picture of one for the photo archive on Rebel Scum, so at least it existed at one point. So I don't know how many are actually out there. Another weird quirky variant too, TC-14. Apparently at some point early on, her accessories were on the right side of the packaging, so they swapped them over to the left. I'm looking for one of those. I haven't seen one of those either. If you've got one, let me know. I don't know how rare that is. I'm not sure. There's another version of the Clone Commander, the Coruscant Clone Commander. I don't have it currently. I did find one on eBay, and I went ahead and grabbed it for a pretty good price. I don't know if the person knew what it was. It seemed to be a lot lower price than some of the others that I saw, but he comes with, early on, he came with a Sand Trooper blaster rifle. Actually, I think it was this one. So this gun was actually packed with this Clone Commander, which was a mistake. So the first few figures of him came with that rifle, and I believe they didn't have the sticker. So this one's strange to me. I guess this was like an in-between the phase of them correcting the rifle, but not putting the sticker on. If you know anything about that, I guess let me know, leave a comment, because I'm not really sure. Like I said earlier, some of these Fan's Choice guys didn't have the sticker earlier, or early on in the production of the figure, I guess. I don't know exactly how that happens. I guess, yeah, I'm noticing some of these guys don't, some do. It's interesting. But yeah, I really like how many variations there are. I like that stuff. I like hunting for like weird little quirky things like that and trying to get them all. So it's gonna be kind of fun trying to finish everything out, trying to hunt stuff down. So if you've got anything like that, let me know. But I also just like sharing stuff like that too, because I don't think a lot of people, at least like the average collector, really keep up with stuff like that. But I don't know, it's cool. I like those little details like that. So the plan is to finish out the pieces that I'm missing and then do videos about the specific waves in the line. It's usually broken down by the movie. So like Revenge of the Sith is wave 1, and then talk about the series wave by wave. So that's what I'm planning on doing. If you want to see something like specific or a specific figure, let me know. Or if you want to hear about the ones I'm missing and trying to get them, I don't know, that might be interesting too. So just let me know what you guys want to see. This is kind of cool too. This is a Toy Fair exclusive coin. This is something I got recently. I did not have this back in the day. This is a recent eBay purchase. I didn't even know it existed until I was going through the checklist of everything in the series, so it's pretty cool though. Yeah, so like I said, just let me know what you want to see. So this is part of the 30th anniversary collection. This is an Ultimate Battle Pack. There are 2 different ones. This is the Battle of Hoth. As far as like the figures and everything go, they look pretty good. The rubber bands holding it in are obviously really deteriorated and falling apart. The packaging, however, on this one is just not good. You can see it at an angle probably. There's a lot of little like spots and wear on the plastic. You can kind of see it running here. There you go. You can kind of see it at that angle. It's just really spotty looking. I'm not even sure. I don't know if that's mold or what. Like you can, like it looks like mold to me, like mildew. And it's inside. I've wiped this thing clean. That's inside the box. And there's a spot up here too. Like, I don't know. That honestly looks like something tried to like gnaw in here. I'm trying to get it to focus. Yeah. I don't know if something melted right there or if it looks like teeth marks, like a mouse or a rat or something. I don't know. But for ones like this, I'm just not sure like what to do. I haven't really decided. Like, because is it really something I want to buy again? No. But does it look okay to present on a shelf? From this distance, yes. But then, you know, you get up close and you go, oh, that's kind of junky looking. So, I don't know. I'm still deciding about some. I'm writing down everything that has questionable like this, that's got damage to it. And so I'm going to have it all on my checklist of what is damaged. And then I guess I'm just going to have to, you know, go through everything, price it out and see, and just make the decision on what's worth rebuying. So I guess that's the plan for now. Here's the indoor version. These guys are really falling out on this one, like the stormtroopers come out. Ewok in the back. All the rubber bands are coming apart. And this one's spotty as well. And there's also a big crack right here, which I'm sure, you know. So, yeah, kind of in the same boat with this one as the Hoth version. Box is kind of yellowed too. Here's another unfortunate casualty. Pretty bad. This is stinks because this is a really cool set. Not sure what it is with Darth Vader's, but they seem to be taking the worst of it. It's always the Darth Vader that seems to have the biggest problem for this melt going on. Oh well. And this one too. Yeah, so I've had a few bad ones. Luckily, like, as a whole, not too bad, but every now and then I'll get a box and pull it out, and this is what it looks like. So, just unfortunate. We'll figure it out, see what to do. So the 30th anniversary collection not only had basic figures, but they also had comic packs, which featured 2 figures that were from the comic book that it included. So a bunch of figures that had never been made before got made during this line, and I think that's pretty cool.
Very
getting
cool.
to see figures that, you know, had never been issued. Of course, they did do a lot of like duplicate stuff, like Han Solo and Chewie. Obviously, updated artwork to like match the comic, but I don't know. I would have preferred just getting completely new figures that had never been featured in any collection before. But overall, I really do like these. Some people complain about the molds on some of the guys being poorly made, which I think I mentioned earlier. I do agree with that, but yeah. At least they tried to me, and I thought it was really fun hunting for these. Some of these were kind of hard to find, but this was my favorite thing to hunt for in stores and online back in the day. This is what really kept me, I guess, going collecting before falling out of it. So also had these Order 66 packs, which featured Jedi and a clone trooper or clone commander, depending on who it is. Different versions, different clones, different Jedis. I'm missing the Target, or well, they were both Target exclusives. There's a second wave, and I'm missing a good bit of those. I do have some of the figures loose and displayed. I'm eventually going to show you guys all of my loose display. That room is just a mess right now, so I'm trying to get it all sorted and together so I can go through everything and show it off. So there's droid factories, which built a droid. C3PX for these. This was one of 6. You got some cool droids that hadn't made before. This guy's flown out, Watto. Completely forgot that I had Clone Wars guys. Cleaned them up, put them in here for now. I think I'm gonna save these for a later video. I don't think it, I just wanted to show you that I got them out. And I do have them, but I think we'll go over them at a later time. Also have some Revenge of the Sith, Power of the Force. A few random other things too that I'm gonna do those later, I think. Legacy Collection, Jabba's Rancor, Target exclusive. Figures, everything look pretty good. Doesn't look like there's anything wrong with them. Box, not great. You like it from from a distance, it looks fine, and you go, whoa, something tried to chew in there. And here. And then you get it at an angle, and it's blotchy and moldy. Yeah, can't focus on this tiny spot, but yeah, you can see it sort of. So this one looks to be around 220-ish on eBay. I have a Jabba's Palace throne room display that I'm working on, currently loose. And my idea was to make a lower section with the Rancor pit. So I'm considering opening this and using the Rancor for it. I have a loose, older version of the Rancor, but obviously this one's looks better. So I'm considering opening this and using it, since this box is kind of beat. But should I just leave it in the box and buy a loose Rancor to go for the display that I'm working on? Or what? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I gotta figure out if it's worth it. Yeah, see, like there's some damage here too. All right, I want your opinion on this. Like you can see the guys are all coming out, rubber bands are breaking. The box itself is in decent condition though. There's not a lot of, it's not spotty. There's no like really yellowing on it. I mean, it's got a little wear on it, but you know, it's nothing like crazy. This pack, at least from looking at eBay, is like $220, $250, and then some people asking like $380 up to like $500. So I didn't really look at the sold listings to see what it's really going for, but you know, it's a pricey item. So if you had it, would you be fine? Keep it like this, even though all the guys are falling out and there's rubber band pieces, and just go, you know what? I got the item. It's part of the collection. It's fine. It's got some history to it, whatever. Or try and sell it as is and, you know, lose some money, buy a new one, or open this one and sell it, or keep it in the inbox and sell it because it's maybe not as presentable. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm leaning towards just keeping it as is and just going, you know, oh well, who cares? That's what I'm leaning towards right now, but you know, I'm gonna mark this one down as not damaged, but you know, it's not in great shape. So yeah, got off pretty good on this one. This box is actually in pretty good shape, minus a few spots on the plastic, but overall, this is a win. This is the only Womp Rat, I believe, that they've ever made, as far as I know. I'll look that up and see. I think that's the only time this creature has ever been in a pack, as far as I can remember. I will double check on that and correct myself if I'm wrong, but that's pretty cool. I think they should have came with the burned versions though. So these are the basic figures in the Legacy collection. This was their packaging. They 2008, and then in 2009 they updated to this style. And a lot of these figures featured Build-A-Droid for Droid Factory, and it would come with a piece of a droid that you could build. And you would put them together if you get all the pieces, and each wave of figures usually built a single droid, sometimes two. Some waves are a little bigger than the others and have more figures in them. I am missing one wave, which is the Attack of the Clones wave. It's usually it's one of the more expensive waves. You build HK-47, which is the droid from Knights of the Old Republic. I did find it on eBay for a decent price. I went ahead and grabbed it, so that's in the mail. I'm missing a few figures here and there, so I'm just hunting eBay for them. And I'm probably gonna show you, I already filmed something, so I'm gonna jump to that now. So I have a bit of an oversight. I think I knew this years ago and I just forgot. I've been going through each wave in the Legacy collection with the Build-A-Droid stuff, right? Like this is number 25, General Grievous, Build-A-Droid, Revenge of the Sith. And you complete the wave and then you complete the Build-A-Droid, the MBRA7. If you get all the figures. But my General Grievous has a part for U-3PO, which is from the Empire Strikes Back wave, which also has two variants for this. There's two different paint schemes. I think this is the more silver one. There's one that's a little more dull. Anyways, different piece than the wave he's in. And I was not keeping up with that when I've been boxing them and checking them off the list. I was just assuming that each wave completed that figure that was at the end of the wave. Completely forgot that some of them have different parts. So I have to go back and make sure that I actually am going to complete each figure. I guess I'm gonna have to write beside each one what they have to keep up with it. I don't know, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. So I have figured out now which pieces for the Build-A-Droid parts that I'm missing. And I'm gonna have to rebuy a few figures just because they didn't have the right piece in it, because they were repacks and they featured a different droid part. For me as a completionist, I just wanna have the ability to say, oh, I have every piece of the Droid Factory, even though, you know, some people may not really care, but I do. So I'm gonna try and finish it out and get the figures I need. Some of you who know probably were yelling at me in the video saying, oh, this guy is from the Attack of the Clones wave that you need for the HK-47. And yes, that's true. He's the only one that I have here right now from that wave. HK-47. I have ordered most of the rest of these. There's a few that I did not get yet. Like this guy, I know I have him loose for sure. Move over to these guys. This is the 2009 updated packaging. They also featured Droid Factory parts. Really cool.
Very cool.
Really like this one. Ice cream man. I'm missing quite a bit of the 2009 packaging though. I only have, I'll have to go through, I'm not sure if it's half or not, but I'm missing quite a bit of the waves of these. There's one wave at the end that's a Toys R Us exclusive that's very pricey, and I have some of those figures loose, so I guess I'm gonna have to rebuy them carded, which is gonna be expensive for sure. That's gonna be something I'm working on slowly, I'm sure. Gotten everything unpacked, cleaned up, This is the 30th and the Legacy collection. I've got the Saga collection, Clone Wars, Power of the Force, and Revenge of the Sith in crates right now. We'll probably talk about those later. I just wanted to kind of keep it between these two series for now, just to show you. I think these make the most sense to show off. They're the most complete. The others are not as complete as these. Still missing a good chunk of Legacy collection. We'll take a look at these. These are the Evolutions packs. Comes with like 3 guys and in each like faction. It's pretty cool. They show their like allegiance up here. They always have like different symbols for whoever it was. And there's all different kinds. Figures came out in this Evolution series. And we have the Droid Factory sets. These you could build the upgraded Dark Trooper. I have a loose version of him. He's really cool. One of my favorite figures. Some battle packs. Just different scenes from different movies. The Ralph McQuarrie concept figures. They're very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, so got it all out. The plan is to just kind of break it down, I think, wave by wave and fill in what I'm missing. So if you want to hear about what I am missing, I think that's probably where I'm going to start next. Just going through the checklists from each series and showing what I'm trying to get to finish it out, and then doing individual videos for different parts of each collection. So some people who know the value of some of this are probably wondering, did I have any of the nice comic packs, the sought after rare ones, in that barn? Did they take damage? And the answer is no. I got these much later, or this one, these two at least, I think are the two most like sought after that I have in box, and these were kept inside at my house here for a long time, so no issue with these. I do have Montrose, the Montrose and Jaster Muriel pack loose. I have the Exar and Ulick pack loose, Darth Krayt pack loose. So some of the rare ones I've gotten loose figures of, but I don't have in box. So that'll be, you know, on the hunt for eventually, but probably gonna be on the back burner for now. I don't have a lot of the second edition or second wave of the Legacy comic packs with the red instead of the blue. This is that's a line that I gotta fill some pieces out for, and I want to wait and go into more detail on the comic packs together as a whole. So I'd like to do that in a separate video, but if you are interested in seeing that, let me know. But that's my plan, is to do the whole comic collection together in one video and feature every single pack. I think that would be pretty fun. Unless more boxes turn up that I just didn't see, this should be everything that I have of the 30th and the Legacy collection. I feel like I had more, but I haven't found it, so for now, this is what I've got. I know I mentioned that I'd go through the list of what I'm missing as far as both collections are concerned, I'm pretty close on the basic figures, much closer on the 30th anniversary. I think there's only like 5 total, and then there's more in this series for sure. Not close on battle packs, obviously vehicles, stuff like that, not close. I do have a lot of stuff that's like loose too though, but I'm strictly counting in box. Video is running a lot longer than I expected, so I think the best bet would be to save that for a second video to go through things. And by the time I get around to that, hopefully I will have maybe gotten a few extra things from eBay or wherever and filled in some of the gaps I needed. And that way I can just work on showing you the complete collection and everything in it. But if you really are interested in me like hunting down stuff, I guess let me know. Maybe it would be fun to like do a video of searching through eBay. I don't know, that could be something. But yeah, this is it. And I appreciate you watching. I hope it wasn't too tough seeing damage to some of the best lines of Star Wars ever. And hopefully you can forgive me. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, what you want to see more of. I love hearing stories about collecting, like I mentioned at the very, very beginning of this video. Love getting to talk to other collectors. So you point out your favorite pieces. Maybe I have it, maybe I don't, maybe I can work on getting it. So yeah, I just want to continue taking you guys on the journey with me, restoring my collection, finishing it out, and yeah, hope to see you soon.